Is that an eater? I think he's an eater. I think I'm gonna eat you, dude. I think you bit your last thing. School these things. They've stayed just far enough away. Oh, yeah, that was a smallmouth jump. Yay! Gosh, I wish I had a net. Oh, come home too. Do ya? Do ya? Okay, you can come home too. Gotcha! Be glad I came out here on a day where the water temperature was 33 degrees to start. Good one. So they have pre-treated the roads with brine, little salt stripes down all the roads here. We're getting some weather in tonight, but I got sunshine right here. Looks like it's about 25 degrees. I didn't start real early today, mostly because I don't know that I need a lot of time out there to have my best chance of catching fish. I'm solo today. I decided to, well, I can't go to the Susquehanna and Juniata. They froze up. So I'm running south. I'm going to be on the Potomac, upper Potomac today. And I did check the water temps. I think I checked at Point of Rocks. And it's 33 degree water. So we'll see if it's even open. But gives me a chance to use my throw and go. No motor today. I'll warm up by paddling. And yeah, it's a little bit of a carry-in. It's exactly what I was looking for to test this boat out. All right, so there are kind of three ways you can move this boat around. It doesn't weigh a lot, and this strap is one of them. For sure, I'm gonna loop the strap to some part of the boat, and I use that as a drag strap. The others, you can kind of tuck it underneath your arm like a surfboard. It really doesn't weigh a lot. And I guess the third is using these straps. These are thigh straps. They actually help you secure the boat to your knees here. I'll show you that a little bit later, but it's kind of in lieu of foot pegs. There are no foot pegs on this. You could brace against this bar that I put on there, but you know, the foot peg deal is really designed to help you seat and lock into it so you can do aggressive paddling. The thigh straps can double as backpack straps, and basically you wear it like a backpack carrying it down. I think I'm going to do it like the surfboard. We'll see how that goes, getting it down a fairly steep hill down here to the Potomac. All right, that's where I'm headed. It's a pretty steep walk down there. Got the throw and go ready. Fairly minimalistic today. I got 2 rods here ready. There's my my food and beverage and the camera mount. The paddle's already kind of on there. I should probably hook that across like that. Keep that on there. Got a dry bag kind of strapped in there. This is all my tackle in the short stack. My pliers, a couple jigs in there. I actually did a little bit of tying jigs yesterday. I bet you I have a dozen jigs and soft plastics to match it. I'm going to be utilizing the thigh straps as the backpack straps, and I'm going to put that on my back. So, you know, this is how I designed it with this in mind. Kind of 3 modes of carrying it, either using the thigh straps as a backpack straps, dragging it, or carrying it underneath your arm like a surfboard. But let me try this mode. We'll see how this goes. I'm learning that, man, you gotta have this thing vertical. This is about to flop me over on my face, I think. Or not, we'll see. All right, I got my rods. Yeah, it's more weight than I figured. All right, we're moving. We're moving. This is ridiculous. It's more weight than I figured. But yeah, got everything with me. Whew. I'm gonna have to tighten the straps up on the right side. It still may be worth doing this in 2 trips. Alright, full disclosure, I didn't make it all the way down with the backpack method. It's I think it's good if it's just the boat, but I did it with all this, which there's not a lot of tackle in there. There are 2 beverages in there. This thing, my camera bag. If I wasn't filming, I'd have like a third less weight. It just seems like, I say the burden. I enjoy the videography, but holy buckets, it's a lot of weight. Batteries, accessories. But yeah, I'm overheating, which is common. Like I didn't even go that far, but in the dry suit, like I'm accumulating sweat. So I don't have much further to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get it down there. I've been carrying it like the surfboard. That seems to be the best way. Or with the frame, I put a frame on it. I'll tell you, without the frame, without the anchor, without, really that's it. A rod holder and a basket. It's not that much weight. It's a lot easier once you start putting things on this boat, which is why everyone was like, hey, how do we put a motor on it? Just stop, stop. That's not what this boat is. I mean, you can turn it into that, but you don't even know. We haven't published what the Kestrel price is going to be. That's the boat you motorize. This is the throw and go. Everyone's like, how do we put a motor? Stop. Just stop. Like, yes, you'll be able to do it. It's not what this one's about. The Kestrel absolutely is the motorization boat, along with the Osprey. All right, I'm gonna let some of this heat dissipate so I don't accumulate sweat inside the dry suit and finish relatively short remaining part of this hike down to the river. So these are the 2 baits I'm gonna start with. If I can get them untangled from each other, maybe I'll just leave them. So a little Finesse jig with the TRD craws, and then the 4-inch scented jerk shad on that same head that I pour with the owner 5318 size 1 hook, bristle guard. Eventually I'll get these untangled. There they are. Yeah, so this is me all set up, right? As much as I think I did an amazing job doing minimalist things and carrying as little weight as possible, there's some tackle and some food in there. I overdid it. I forgot a critical piece. I have no net. I have no Yak Attack leverage landing net, which means, yeah, at least I brought extra gloves because I'll be putting my hands in the water, in this 33-degree water. Darn it. Yeah, I left it in the trailer, in the gear vault. Left my net. Okay, let's go. Let's crunch through this ice here. Go ahead and launch. See what I can get into. I'm trying as much as possible to not submerge my feet. I'm not going to be able to avoid it completely, but I'm minimizing how much gets in there. It is cozy in here. I'm used to more room with the Kestrel. I did bring line conditioner. It's pretty critical when it's still, you know, less than 32 degrees air temperature out here, which it still is, to get something like this. Real Magic's a good one. I know some friends that use the Real Snot Heck, you could use WD-40 to do the same thing. I don't know how much different it is than what I just sprayed on there, but it is as WD in WD-40 says, water displacement. It like keeps water from kind of integrating into the braided line in particular. I think we're forecasted to get above freezing here mid-morning, which, because I started later, it's not far from now. Go ahead and put a little bit of scent on there. This is the Liquid Mayhem. I don't know how much it matters which one. This one apparently is made with real leeches. All right. I don't know that these Potomac smallmouth are out here saying, "Can you smell that? I smell, oh, it's fresh leech. I gotta eat." I don't know. It's all barbecue sauce. Different flavors of fish barbecue sauce. All right. I'll put this barbecue sauce on the scented jerk shad as well up here. I wouldn't recommend you brush this on your brisket. Probably not a good move, but it does help the fish hold on to it. Probably help me catch a carp or two as well. Checking that drag. Yeah, that's smooth. So we do have a skeg on this, and Trey and I kind of replaced the shark fin one with one that's starboard. It's fairly, I think it's half-inch starboard, and it's doing a good job keeping this relatively short, shallow draft boat from duck walking too much. I'm pretty happy with that part of it. So I've seen one carp that I know looked down. Yep, there you are. About a 30-inch long carp. In the more downstream portion of this pool, of this deep area, with very little current, I've seen other things that I'm like, was that motion? Did I see motion? But not like for sure, yeah, I absolutely flushed one there. So I got the front anchor going. The wind is coming this way, and all the water I want to fish is like back behind me. Like the cast I just made was there, and then the wind blows. I missed the rear anchor. I gotta have that rear anchor. Like the rear anchor does so much. I miss it. I want it back. I want to move these rails wider. I want to move this anchor wizard off the side of my thigh here and move it kind of back here. It's going to be easier with the rail wider. My ankles are like compressed between. I love having the short stack in front of me, but like there's just not enough room right there. Let me make another cast. I'm going to go sort of laterally here. At least I'm fishing, kind of to one side instead of totally behind me. But at some point, I guess I'll start doing it now. I start making notes on what I need to change. Let's get a fresh note, and I'll just type out all the things I need to change with this boat and feedback. One thing I really liked, I did a little bit of dragging of this boat, and I really liked dragging it on the skeg that we made. Might be cool to have two, have them side by side. We'll see. So I'm looking down on lots of fish, and I'm letting the wind blow me through. They're a carp, they're a smallmouth. I'm also looking for the white tips on the pectoral. The fins are on the bottom of the fish, and they're white tips those are for sure some walleye. Alright, got the first one. What we got here? It's a walleye. Very cool. Got a walleye. Nice. Oh, he's off. It's alright. That was like a 20. If I'd have had my net, I'd have had that fish. That was an easily 25-inch long walleye. Alright. He hit the scented jerk shad. Nice. If I get nothing out of this trip in terms of like the fish catching experience, I've already greatly benefited from the process of coming out here. And some of that's mental, some of that's just doing it. Just, I say being outside, but like the habitual practice of get your stuff ready, drive somewhere, get your stuff to the water and launch. Like that in itself is it just feels right to do. The other part of it for sure is, I gotta know how this equipment, this design, this thing I had in my head and put pen to paper and had created and worked with Trey to, all right, let's rig it. I design it to be riggable, and then to see, all right, in the real world, what is this like? Incredibly valuable, and that's a lot of what I've done for 5 years with these inflatable boats. The plan is to scale it up to do more than, I don't know, like Trey and I've put out maybe 25 of the Ospreys a year last couple years. Maybe it's more than that. I'd have to look at sales stuff, but we've done it all direct, and I think that a bump. I think the jig just settled. We need dealers. We also need a bunch of them available. That's the biggest thing, is that like there's been 1 or 2 parts that we've waited on other companies to have the track the way that we want it, or there's always something that holds it up. But to have everything ready to ship, and not say out of stock. God, I hate that dead end. And we're gonna fix that. All right, so when you're dragging the lead head across the bottom, that's why I like, for scented jerk shad, most of the year I use the belly weighted one. This time of year I like the hard head, and I designed this one with a Dremel tool to basically make sure that I could fully feel the bottom. And what you're feeling when you put it out there, right? You're letting it get to the bottom, and you want it to be on a hard bottom. And I'm reeling right now, but it isn't. This is not my presentation. My presentation is dead stick. I'm dragging it a little bit, and what I want to feel, which I don't feel fully right now, that's why I'm moving it. I want to feel a hard connection to a rock. And right now, and I know there's a leaf litter zone out in front of me, which means that there's, what is happening there? I just had one surface behind me. You heard that, right? Anyhow, that's a good time for activity. You don't want it in the leaf litter zone, but you want it on the hard bottom, somewhere near it. The leaf litter zone is the dead center of the eddy that tells you, hey, current here is totally dead, and it's the most current protected water there is out here, right? But your bait can get lost in the leaves, and I just don't catch fish when it's in that that center mass of the leaf litter zone. If there's sparse leaves, I like where I put it there because it was all kind of gummy bottom. If it's in the center, I just don't get bit. But if it's, the walleye was actually right there. I'm putting it back where that walleye bit. If it's on the edges, the outside edges where there's a hard bottom, it's still fairly, still water. Or areas where there's like a few leaves, but when you're dragging this thing and you just feel like soft bottom, that ain't it. Keep it dragging until you say boom. All right, there's that hard, solid, I'm on it. I know that I'm on it. That'll help you with strike detection as well. Helps you to put it in the right place, but it also helps with strike detection. All right, that on it. That's leaves. Or is it a fish? No, it's a fish. It is the most giant freaking walleye. Oh my God, that thing is huge. God, I could use a freaking net right now. That thing was enormous. That would have been the largest walleye I've ever caught. Oh, I don't know if I didn't poke him. I didn't feel anything. Phew, I'm on some walleye. That thing had to have been 10 pounds plus. Goodness gracious. Holy walleye. I really thought I was on leaves, or I was bringing in a log. Wow. Speaking of log, there's a giant log right here. That's what he's on. Interesting. And I'm free floating. Now, this is another walleye, and this is a solid fish, not as big as the last one, but still a very large walleye. The last one I think was probably a 10-pound walleye. This one's solid. You want off? You want off? I'll let you off right now. I'm not gonna keep you, man. I'm gonna boat swing you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There. Shoot. There he goes. Yeah, net would be just fantastic right about now. That fish was 4.5, maybe 5. Yeah, I don't even have it pointed at it. Definitely in the walleye hole. Yeah, I might have been able to hand scoop that walleye, but I chose not to. Maybe I should put bring your damn net in my little notes on this trip, what to do with this boat. It's a good thump. I mean, it was just sitting there on the bottom. The center jerk shad just wiggling there in place. Dang, it's a nice sized walleye. I mean, he was thick too. I bet you he was 25, 26 inches. Nice fish. Alright, I'm going to leave the walleye hole alone for a bit, scoot around. I do want to look at it. Yeah, this trap is beautiful. But the paddle in the paddle holder is tucked underneath that. That's a problem. I'm going to go over this spot and see what I see. It's deep. There's one cruising right there. FYI, I bought the hot hand packs that you put on the back, and they didn't have the value pack of the hand ones. I bought the toe ones. I don't recommend that for this application. After doing it, like, I think they're formulated to work better with less oxygen because you put them down in your shoe. I don't know. It just seemed like there's less mass to it. And I think they're gonna run out sooner, but they run hot. I mean, like burn your skin hot. Like, I think they're formulated to like generate a lot of heat quickly. And I don't know. I need to go back and just get the hand ones. Like, the hand ones will last you all day. I don't know that these are going to. I got a second set in here though, but I'm not looking forward to the skin on the back of my hand burning. You know why I'm hooking walleye? I bet you it's because walleye like leeches. It's got real leech. Whatever. Reapply. I took the one glove off, so I'm not going to be a wimp and say I don't want to get my glove wet. I do have spare gloves. I just kind of don't want to plow through them. I think if it was a smallmouth, my gloved hand would have already gone in. Although, boy, it would have been kind of fantastic to show you how big all three of those walleye. I mean, the last one I think was probably 4.5, maybe 5. That middle one was just a tub, just an enormous tub. And like, I didn't feel him bite. We were talking about leaf litter zone, and I'm like, yeah, I got a log from a leaf litter zone. Nope. It was a walleye. Probably the biggest one I ever caught. I have caught a walleye that was into 8 pounds up in the Juniata. That thing dwarfed it on girth alone. I mean, just blimp of a walleye. Definitely a big leaf litter zone here. Wind is blowing me in that direction. I'm on top of a school of carp here, and there's two massive koi. Beautiful fish. I'm gonna catch one of these guys. I'm gonna straighten out my hook though. Like big old orange goldfish right in front of me. 2 of them amidst, the regular common carp. I'm over all the carp. There's some just absolute tanks, and they're all huddled together, and they have no issue with the leaf litter zone. They're on it. Found the walleye hole, found the carp hole. Will I find the catfish hole before I find the jackpot of smallmouth? I don't know. I did not see smallmouth with it, but like, honestly, it was just dozens and dozens and dozens of like full-size adult carp. Huge school of these things. They've stayed just far enough away. There's one that you can see. I mean, there's easily 100 plus carp right here. I'm gonna do a crash and learn deal, and I'm gonna run right along. There's more carp. Right along where there's water coming in, trickling through these ledges. I'm gonna just move until I spook actual smallmouth. This boat is actually really enjoyable to paddle. I think without the skeg it's going to duck walk a little bit, but it comes with the skeg I don't totally like the, anyone up here? The shark fin one. We did a different one, and it really stops it from duck walking. I think the thing to do though is maybe to go with a dual skeg. Put it as far back as possible. I'm really shallow here on bedrock. Dual skeg, take it all the way back and just chop them. Just cut them, you know? Let it be the thing you drag on. Let it be the thing that like only locks you into straight tracking, you know, when you're fully engaged. You'll kind of be out of the water a little bit. Anyone up here? Anyone in the shallow? You know, smallmouth pulling up into the shallow stuff, sunning themselves. Come on, guys. I could use a warm up. I think I may run back up to the truck. Really to get, I have a boga grip. That would help me maybe land some of these. Like that last walleye, I could have totally put a lip gripper in his mouth and pulled him up. You know, those are the ones that the carp didn't bite. I've not found smallmouth, and I think I'm near them. I think they're around. I may luck into one, but I feel like the walleye are my best bet for finding, you know, fish that will play with me in 33-degree water. That's what I want. So I'm gonna run up to the truck. It's not too far. It's gonna warm me up to just move around, get a little more experience paddling this thing. I like it. I'm enjoying paddling it. I think it would be better with two skegs though. Not the shark fin ones, but like instead of one in the middle, I'm gonna hit bonk. Instead of one skeg in the middle, do two of them side by side. You increase your surface area, but it's like a deep shark fin, like what you see on the bottom of a surfboard. I think I would take that shape and just chop it and only leave like that much, but it would be this sort of kind of trapezoid shape. I'll show you a little bit later what we did to this one that I'm currently snagged on. Like ideally you don't want to have anything sticking down there, but with a boat this short, you need it so it doesn't duck walk. And it doesn't. Like what we've done, it fixed the duck walk. With the wind starting, we had no wind earlier. It's coming down the river. I'm going to be orienting in a different, I'm coming at it from a different angle, from the downstream angle. I think I'm coming up on it. I should have marked the waypoint. I did not. Yeah, it looks like there's some deep water there. Yeah, let's drop an anchor. I think they're right in front of me. Okay. Oh, well, what do we got here? Yep. Not a walleye. That's a smallmouth. You still trying to swim? It's not working, man. You're not in the water. He's just. Hello. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you today. Thank you for biting my jig in 33-degree water. All right, I'll put you back. I didn't bring a bump board. I mean, this fish is like 14 1/4. I'm so happy to see him. Bye-bye. Yeah, he was in the walleye hole. That's cool. Minutes long dead stick. For sure. Very well defined. Not hard, but crisp. I figure the first fish I catch out of this boat had to be a smallmouth. It can't be a walleye or carp. catfish? I wasn't supposed to catch those walleye. But that's out of the way. Now I can catch the walleye. Yeah, let's do that. No idea if this is going to show up. They're all up on this flat rock right there. There's a lot of them. I don't know, probably looking at a dozen. Probably need some of them to move for that to show up. What do I got here? Yeah, I snagged one of these rough fish. That's not what I wanted to do. There's a lot of them here. Mixed into these, I mean, just all species together. I just unfortunately snagged this dude in the side of the head or something. Sorry, man. Just a carp. Did not intend on doing this to you. For the muskie. Muskie be like, I want him. I'll eat that. Jeez. There you go. Bye-bye. Sorry. Sorry to have bothered you in that way. Sort of byproduct of having a super sticky fine wire hook like that if one of them puts it in his mouth, you get them, but brush into any loose piece of flesh on whatever fish going past, you're gonna unfortunately snag fish that wanted nothing to do with your offering. So there's like quillbacks in here, different kind of suckers. Obviously big old common carp, the koi that I mentioned. Be cool to catch one of those. One of them was a giant. I gather they're worth some money. It wouldn't be worth anything for me to catch one because I got no way to transport such an animal. He probably washed out of, one of these water garden type places that supplies, water garden supply. Lily Ponds on the Monocacy was one of those. I don't think they're still around. I've cast to this area a bunch of times. I want to give them a different look. This is that same jig, or at least the jig head that I had the Senta Jerk Shad on. But I'm going to put this trick shots on there. So this is black, and it's a black trick shots. But I'm going to trim it. Get my scissors out. I bring a lot of stuff, but I know I brought a pair of scissors in here somewhere. I honestly think that tail could imitate all sorts of different things, from Mad Tom to Helgramite, but I'm going to cut most of this off. It's going to be a short little nub. Yeah, it's at least an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. Making this a short little paddle tail, and we'll go ahead and thread that on there. Definitely wiggles around a bunch. Yeah, so that's what we got. That thing's gonna keep moving. Very small bait. I think I'm gonna trim some of these longer antennae. I put the antenna on there just so it's craw-like, and I don't know that if I put a craw trailer on there, that round rubber antenna that I leave long, they lift up, but I don't think that's what we're looking for here. I am splitting the bristle guard so that it's like a V. It's kind of a kickstand to keep that thing from rolling over, and that hook point from rolling into a rock and dulling. I don't want that happening. So I had mixed in a couple casts with the TRD craws. Didn't get any bites on it. still have faith in that. I mean, they're always going to jam a craw, but I put that in there too, and figure give them something they haven't seen. GoPro, stop recording. All right, first cast with the black. Is it a little finesse jig? Oh, that was the second one. All right. I missed one a second ago that was a big smallmouth. I don't know what I got here, but they're like the black. That's cool. I don't know what this one is. Let's see. Got a walleye. Let's see if I can get the GoPro start recording. Yeah, I thrown the minnow in there a bunch of times. Let's see. Am I gonna get you? I'm trying really hard not to. Alright. Yeah, the boga was not getting it done. So I just reached in and grabbed him. God, I wish I had my net. Alright. Is that an eater? I think he's an eater. I think I'm gonna eat you, dude. I think you bit your last thing. Like the cast right before this was was like a 19-inch smallmouth, and that was the second cast. So switching up from the minnow bait to the black finesse jig was a good deal. So yeah, I'm gonna stick you under the seat, and I will fillet you and eat you for dinner tonight. Good. This little change, same place, kept casting in the same spot. Now I gotta take my glove off. So I'm gonna just leave the glove off, because I think slide you under there. If I gotta do this again. They like the black one with the paddle tail. Yes. Let's see if my fellow paddlers have the common sense to go around where I'm fishing. I hope they do.
I was like, how long have I been walking? I'm obviously walking around for hours with these bugs stuck in my face. I went and picked up the phone and to his house. Obviously, talked to him. And, I would have had bugs on my face talking to him.
I'm not mad. Like, there's no point in getting mad or even trying to educate, but I'm disappointed. But they lack empathy. They lack like the hey, I wonder what he's doing. Oh, he has got a fishing rod. Yeah, maybe like we just take the extra. I mean, it would have been 20 seconds more of his paddling up to that rapid he's going to play in to like go around. And you know, I cast right in front to kind of say, hey, I'm kind of working that. Not mad, just disappointed. And you know, maybe they were having a conversation. They were, you know, locked onto each other. But I mean, it's a 11-foot, 4-inch, big orange boat. Like, you'd have to. They saw me. They just lack of empathy. I try to have empathy for, you know, I come out here when people are duck hunting, and I've blundered and messed up and gotten close to where they are, and I always feel bad where I'm like, I didn't see you. Let me leave immediately. Let me not mess up your recreation. Oh well. Alright, so Here comes some TMI. I gotta pee. Don't worry, I'll stop recording once I'm ready. I bring it up though because it's important to acknowledge that if you have biological functions that are distracting you from the presentation, whatever they are, or if you're just uncomfortable, if you're cold, if you're hungry, if there's pain, whatever it is, fix it. Fix it. You're not going to fish well if you got to pee. Or whatever it is. Okay. So I am running out of daylight and temperature because that sun went behind the mountain. We actually had some pretty significant cloud cover that rolled in. Tonight we have between 1 and 4 inches of snow, and yeah, it gets cold. It's pretty cold today, but the ice hasn't been in the guides much of the day, which made this a good day to get out here and do this. But yeah, it's the door is going to slam shut. I think this is going to ice up here in just a little bit. So today was my day to get out and, you know, see how the throw and go did in, you know, not just taking it to a lake and you know, seeing how it sits in the water. This was a, hey, let's spend a day fishing. No motor. It's not a motorboat. I mean, there's this hatch. There's a footprint back there that you can put one of the innovative sportsmen switch pads and the metal thing to put it on there. But listen, by the time you do that, you're probably going to spend just as much as you would on a Kestrel, right? Just about. And you know, this boat, intentionally we didn't put all that extra hardware on there so that you could have something that is fairly light, that you don't have to have the motor mount on there. It's not standard. That keeps it light. There's a lot of light inflatables, but most of the other ones are light because they're not double walled. This one's double walled, and that is pretty important for the durability needed by anglers. I just saw a little snow flurry. You know, we need to stand up to fish fin puncture. Everyone says, oh, hooks and rocks. No, it's never those two. It's always fish fin puncture. And we've double walled it in the right areas on the side. The entire bottom is is 2 layers of this material, and then the floor right in front where you handle fish, where, you know, if you're going to drop a fish with the spines out, it's going to be right there. So double layer right in front of the seat pan. I like it. It's almost there. It's almost a final design, but getting out and doing this like I've done with the Osprey, like we've done with the Kestrel, it's important. It's important to do this because we end up with better products when we go out and actually fish with them and figure some things out. Figure out what it is to, you know, take it down that path. The backpack thing is great until you start rigging it and adding more weight. I actually think this would be fantastic on a cart. It'd be easy to put it on a cart. It would be very, you know, it would wheel so well with wheels. Put it on the Yak Attack. What's the lighter one? It's not the Bunkster. It's, I don't know, whatever the other one is. The really lightweight one. It would be great for that. So I'll take a few more casts, and my feet are getting cold. I can tell that my battery-powered socks have exhausted the battery. because they got cold. I actually used them on the second setting for the first time. I put bigger batteries in there. If you get like those battery powered socks, don't just go with the standard batteries that they come with. Get the extra life batteries, even though they don't really fit in the little pouch. It doesn't matter. Just let it dangle there. Tuck it under the sock itself. Having that extra heat, not the red one, but the, you know. Oh, here we go. GoPro, start recording. GoPro, start recording. Yeah. Get the extra power. Oh, yeah, that was a smallmouth jump. Yay! All right, this is definitely an eat spot. That's a good fish. Probably 17. Gosh, I wish I had a net. Gosh, I wish I had a net. Gotcha! Gotcha! Anyhow, yeah, the little black jig is getting things done. I'm gonna take a couple quick pictures of him. Should back away from that. He's doing a wrap up, and the smallmouth's like, no, wait. You still got some fishing to do. Yeah, what I was saying about the socks. Get the bigger ones. I think the Action Heat is the ones I'm using. I got the vest too. But I'm actually there's a battery for the sleeping bag. Looks like a bigger battery. And I got that on one of my feet. And the vest one, I'll get you back here in a second, buddy. Use the bigger batteries. Yep, I need pliers. This one wasn't coming off. So, yay. That's why you stay out until it's almost dark. These guys eat. Let me get a quick measure. All right, so from there to there. So what's 7 minus 24? Yeah, 7 minus 24 is 17. So yeah, made a good call on what I saw. Nice 17-incher. Gonna take a quick pick, put him back in there, and be glad I came out here on a day where the water temperature was 33 degrees to start. Good one. You smell good. All right, let me let you go. I'm gonna show you something real quick. So this huge trenchy area is where I've spent most of the day. But here late in the day, I moved up to, there's some current rolling through here, right? I wasn't fishing in the current, but I was fishing where that guy hit. If you come back, there's actually like a big rock right there. Just on the other side of that, there's still some still water, but it's a little bit deeper, but it's really not that deep. And the concept is when it's time to eat, which late in the day it is, they move out of the deep trenchy stuff and they move up towards current, but in just still dead water. You know, that concept of finding eat spots at kind of the, get down in there, kind of the tops. Actually, I'm gonna let myself drift right here at the top part. You know, you move up from the deep water, and you know, the 14 and a quarter, you know, he was sort of on a tail out sort of area, or taper up at the more downstream side of the where the depth was, you know, where it goes from deep to shallow. This is the opposite. It was up, you know, on the ledge as it's going from shallow down to deep, but it's still pushed up on that upstream perimeter, and very much connected to the deepest water, deepest, stillest water around here that has tons of fish in it. A whole lot of rough fish, and obviously some good walleye and smallmouth mixed in. But yeah, late in the day, move up towards current. Don't fish the current this cold, but fish slack water right next to the current. What do we got here? What do we got? Similar spot to the other one, and yeah, that's a walleye. That is a walleye. Oh, come home too? Do you? Okay, you can come home too. Same spot as that 17-inch smallmouth, and same jig. See, I don't need a net. Do I? No. Oh. I do need pliers though. Get this out of your face. Let go. Please let go. Down you go. Just stay down there. I was getting ready to leave. Really considering it. Kind of moving in that direction. It's going to be a cold, dark hike up that hill. It's alright though. Crazy maneuverable.